Welcome back to Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. Last time we completed several side quests and gained the ability to fuse Oyamatsumi, which I think I'll be taking this time. But first, we have several stroll conversations to go. Firstly, friendship is strong. Kind of a callback to that stroll with Elizabeth earlier. I think Arn generally prefers cake and Western-style sweets too in Persona 5.
But...
Oh no, the student council president shops at a sweet store. Whatever will we do? She doesn't have to be seen as the perfectionist academic student all the time. They had a lot they needed to get off their chest.
Oh. For real?
Hey. Honestly.
Oh, really?
What?
Really? Wow. Looks like Zen's gone back to being dense. And more of the most obvious crush ever.
My goodness.
And now Junpei has two girls teaming up on him. 3. Anyway, learning a lesson. Now, Akihiko, I hope this is about you learning a lesson about that you have been possessed by some entity that only cares about protein, and that you will hopefully revert to your prior character. Does Koromaru count as an underclassman? I don't know.
Sure.
Like, how old is he in equivalent human years anyway? I don't even know how old Koromaru is supposed to be in dog years. Still not getting over that.
What's that, punk?
Well, the two of you are pretty similar in some ways.
For crying out loud. Huh?
Okay then, probably another weird Akihiko metaphor incoming. Actually, that one wasn't that weird. That was pretty decent. Well, that kind of thing I think has already happened at several points during the P4 main story. And Teddy owned again. Double Teddy owned. Anyway, Akihiko is meant to be immature until his character development, but this game just ramped that up a ton.
Yum!
And she actually can be surprisingly insightful about these kind of things at various points. There's still one moment in P4, although I can't talk about it because it's huge spoilers, but Chie basically ends up immediately solving a mystery that had everyone else stumped for almost the entire game, just by saying one thing on a whim.
Oh,
Huh?
Yeah, and everyone is from different times. I wonder how that'll work out. There's a lot of things that he wants to do when he gets out of here, but he can't say them in public. Cow. just cow. Oh, I still... I love that just reference to just how weird a lot of social linking seems out of context in Persona games. Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything weird. He just paid 40,000 yen to a shady salesman, went to a bar and talked to a monk who was completely drunk, and spends the rest of his night seeing karaoke and playing games in the arcade.
Huh.
Yeah, Yu doesn't really have a lot of nighttime activities. Well, that's nice of him.
What the?
oh.
No, I guess no. Kind of funny because your voice actress also plays her, so you should
Not
realize
quite.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see?
Everyone makes that mistake, though. Yeah, she is actually his cousin, but, anyway, the arena announcer will never let him live that down, and thus he will always be known as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've seen what some of those titles are in Japanese, and they're just as weird. But... anyway, in here, as much as I'd kinda like to fuse this persona, I want to go ahead and fuse Oyama Tsumi now. So, I was looking over this, I was looking over the footage of the previous video, and I found something very, very strange. Kuhulin, Tamlin, and Jin. Now, off camera, I leveled up Tamlin with sacrifices enough to learn that skill that buffs pierce attacks. And when I did that, I couldn't fuse Oyama Tsumi out of these three. I'd instead get I think, Mother Harlot out of the same combination, which feels extremely bizarre to me, because shouldn't fusing three personas of these arcanas always result in the same arcana? But yeah, I'm really not sure what happened, but I actually have to fuse this persona now if I want it, so that means that I need to do this now, and that means I can go with 4 skills, and I know which 4 I'll go with. Myriad Arrows, Dragon Cry, First Star, which actually provides a 1.2 times multiplier, which is actually the same as Demon Stab, so it kind of averages out in the end, and probably Mataru Kaja as well. That's going to be dropping all of my Link skills, but I think this is for the best. The problem with this, though, is... I thought for a second I was going to get a fusion accident there. Being a request persona, you can't make a QR code for Oyama Tsumi. So instead I have a compromise. Off camera, before I loaded this file, I used a sacrifice spread to get Tamlin all of its skills, and I'll be showing that QR code right now. So, in case any of you want to break the game, here's a QR code for Tamlin, whose entire skill set is based around one thing and one thing only: Destroying everything with myriad arrows. This is not canon to this playthrough because I'll be reloading the save and actually fusing Tamlin into Oyamatsumi, but have this QR code in the meantime. Okay, so that's that done. Now, can I make Ananta or Kartikeya? That's the only combo I can do here. However, I think I can make this work. I definitely want to buy back these two afterwards. Yeah, notice how barely anything from Black Frost passes down to other personas? I should actually mention that it is possible to make Black Frost a QR code persona. It's not, you're not restricted out of using special fusions. I suppose I can do that. I guess I have another sort of navigator persona, I guess. I've always found Ananta to be really cool. I like how they buffed Ananta to be an Aeon persona in FES. But with that, I actually need to get a whole lot of personas out of the compendium now. I am stupid. I forgot to register Black Frost to the compendium. And I definitely need to register you to the compendium as well, otherwise I'll lose Calming Lull. Actually, redoing it gives me the opportunity to just straight up make you my new Navigator persona. I'm not really sure why I didn't think to do that earlier. I mean, you'll have the exact same abilities as the previous Navigator persona, but it's more compendium completion at least. And that means one less persona I have to pay for compendium fees. Definitely want you back. Okay, that'll be all in the Velvet Room. Okay, so here's the equipment setup that I've gone with, and party. So I've got Chie and Akihiko here because they're the only two who are still level 45. Yukari because she has a lot of experience for her next level, and I don't think I've used Zen and Rei all that much. They have their weakness nullifying items, obviously. And for personas, I've kept Alrone on you. I've got you with the Myriad Arrows one, and Akihiko with the Lynx because he's faster. Although this would mean better use out of first star. I could easily swap these around when I'm in the Labyrinth. I just kind of want to use these Lynx a bit more. And Yukari has that for the additional elements. Zen and Rei don't need a persona, and you've got my new Navigator persona. I love Snake Glare. Snake Glare is just such a good skill. And so with all our preparations out of the way, let's begin Inaba Pride Exhibit Night 4. This one is one of the most infamous parts of the game to many people, because it's so big and complicated, it might as well be its own dungeon. But I personally find it really fun, so anyway, here is the Pilgrimage Gates.
Oh.
Yep, I told you that Genbu wouldn't always be first. This one is Suzaku, Genbu, Seiryu, and Byakko. Red, black, blue, white. Hey, my two primary versions for Gens 1 and 5, and the two versions I didn't buy for Gens 1 and 5. So there's the note. So I've just made my note there. Yep, that is the final door. Through there is the last floor. And yeah, they're taking the pilgrimage towards a logical conclusion here. We need to do a pilgrimage across the entire floor. It's divided into 4 quadrants. Each quadrant has 1 gateway. And because of that, I'm going to do the map spoilers right now, because I've color-coded my map very specifically. So, map spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Map gone. We don't. So, I like to map out each of these areas first, and then do the final pilgrimage right at the very end. I actually do know which areas correspond to which of the beasts. But every one of the entrances to the quadrants is going to be a fire door. And all the fires here are unlit, so before we do anything else, we're going to need to light those torches. But first, let's map out this area. I still love this part of the song. Yeah, it's not that this is a bad song, I just kind of like the first floor's theme a little bit better. This place overall does have some really nice music, though. Definitely some of my favourite music out of any labyrinth. You in Wonderland and the group Date Cafe had some pretty good music, too. Evil Spirit Club was just kind of generic horror ambience to me. But I guess more dramatic music, not so much dramatic, but like more overall, I don't know how you'd say it, like emotive music, I guess, would kind of kill the mood of a horror setting. Anyway, we're going to bring the fire down to the 4th floor, and then we can proceed to explore our first quadrant. The way this works is I might as well go for 1 part per quadrant. That'd make things fairly simple, though it would mean that I take 4 parts to get through this floor rather than, well, 5 if you count the side quest part, which I personally don't. So yeah, before doing anything else, we're going to light this one. In fact, I might as well light all of the torches in the central hub, so I'll see you back here once I've done that.
The fire's gone out.
Yeah, I get an encounter right as I get back to this position.
3 powerful enemies. I don't have data on all of them.
Put up your tubes.
We do have a new enemy here, though, the Reckless Okin, which is weak to fire and is Null's Dark. Okay, then. There is one more new enemy that we haven't seen yet that will be showing up on this floor. But let's see, weak to fire, so that means Gary Stu's in his element here. Don't have any light or dark users here, unfortunately, but I guess I can try... how about... Wait, are you guys weak to... No, you were weak to ice, weren't you? Guess Flame Link will be pretty useful here, too. I can go for Mabufu there, and how about a Fire Spray on the rear row.
Leave it to me.
I guess I'll show this battle because it's against a new enemy type. Well, this one just looks like the other ones, except with their, I don't even know what to call that, the, like, palanquin, podium, like, the, whatever they're standing on, is a little bit yellow. I like how it shows double skulls when it mind charges. I may have said that before.
Leave it to me. Protect me. Tomoe.
And there's Sleep. That doesn't look like we've got an all-out attack. I forget where the Okinas first showed up in Persona 4. I know they were in the, like, the dungeon that got added into Golden, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure when they appeared. Suppose I can try and give this thing a rude awakening via multiple arrows to the face. Do I go for Argidyne or do I just go for the Icy Paradise? I guess I'll go for Icy Paradise and then you'll go for Fire Spray again. This time aimed at the one that's a little bit healthier.
Time to make my move.
Unfortunately, you're in the back row and that means you won't be taking much damage from the link attacks, but still, at least it's something.
It's all mine.
Yeah, and the link damage even activates with a splashing effect. Okay, good, it actually hit the thing that was weak to ice. Oh. You resist that! That was incredibly lucky on your part. Okay, Cheer's at least gonna get the benefit of first star next turn.
We're on a real roll. Should we go for broke?
Wow, okay. 4-person all-out attack. You don't see that all the time.
Yeah, we did it.
Nice one. Wow. And unfortunately, Zen and Ray lose the experience. Wow, Raphael, hi.
There are shadows like that here? Yikes.
Yeah, those old man shadows are actually kind of dangerous. Especially since I have 2 people weak to
Lear, are you
electricity in this
okay?
party.
Is there anyone that can heal him?
Let's revive you, and let's, so let's see how much Medea does backed with healing hands. I guess it's only a little bit more. But it's a lot more cost-effective than Medea Rahan, I think, at least. Anyway, we're going into the southern area of this map.
The fire's gone out. Let's go.
And here we have the Suzaku gate. So, let's mark... In fact, the way that I do this is I actually like to mark these ones as numbers. Because we know the order, so Suzaku is first. So it can be marked as a red 1.
Huh? This is a wall, right?
Actually, it's a secret passage. And this is also why I like to map out the areas first before...
There's something strange about over there.
Before doing the pilgrimage, because you want to open up all the shortcuts. The White Tiger protects the Western Land. Okay, so now we know where Byakko is. And you might be able to see on the map, yep, the festival dudes are back. And they're not the only ones who are back.
Huh? There's something
That's
strange
sadly
about
one
that
way.
wall over there.
Yeah, we can even hear them jumping with that thing.
There are 3 enemies. Good luck. Dice or no dice, you're still getting kicked.
Why does everyone have reactions to the dice, of all things? Nice, that's exactly what I wanted.
It's all mine.
Because now Cheer can go full ham with myriad arrows. And that's another link hit. I love how hitting yourself in confusion actually does trigger links.
I can't lose. Full force. I'm feeling good. Should we go all out? 1, 2, bam! What a victory!
Another all-out attack finish, nice. I think it's because I'm using a lot of powerful characters in this one. I still think the all-out attack is considered physical almighty in this
Take out
game,
anything that gets in my way.
like it is in the main Persona games. So I think its damage is based off of strength.
Looks like we have an FOE on our hands.
And not just any FOE, one of the most dangerous FOEs out there. Yep, they're gonna go sideways, so let's be careful.
Doesn't that wall look a little different from the
One
others?
way, that's in case you get cornered by them. Okay, they're gonna jump up. Gotta remember how to deal with these guys now.
This is a wall, right?
I believe they go down now? Yep, they're going down. Now they're going to the side. Now they're going up. Yeah, some people have
There's something
actually
strange
asked
about that
me,
wall.
like, why is running
Let's
into
check
these
it
things
out.
basically instant death? What's so dangerous about them? You don't want to know, trust me. I have run into festival dudes before, and it's what I like, hopefully I won't run into them on camera, because I really don't want to. Speaking of which, yeah, I have to go back home more now, otherwise I will be forced to run into them. In fact, though, with this shortcut open, I think I'll be able to light a torch that I wouldn't otherwise be able to.
Come on.
So I actually had to use the Gobake. I don't want to light my fire, though,
The fire's gone out.
because that would make the festival dudes go into crazy mode. You don't want to see what happens when the festival
There's
dudes
an
go into
FOE
crazy
here.
mode.
Let's be careful.
We can go over here for fire, but we're going to have to use Gobake more if we do that.
We're doing great. Let's keep it up.
You know, I think we just got an item called Craps Piece off of those dice, which just kind of reminds me.
Looks like we have an FOE on
I
our
don't know
hands.
why that dice game is called that.
I have a strange feeling about that wall.
There's probably a reason,
Can
but
you go check it out?
anyway. I believe that shortcut was the only way we could progress here.
Look at the wall up ahead. Don't you think it looks kind of
That's
strange?
one way. Let's not do that just yet. More unlit fire.
Let's go.
It's a bee spot.
Okay, we have a completely new set of power spot items here. Let's not forget to mark the power spot this time.
It's this way.
Yeah, these individual areas are all quite
something up ahead.
small.
You should try searching over there.
They're still pretty big. And I don't think you have to explore all of them just to be able to get through the gate.
Huh.
Why do I get the feeling that since the game gave us a rest spots earlier,
Oh,
only a slight restoration. And I think I was already pretty much fully healed anyway.
there's something funny about that wall.
Another secret passage.
Protect Come on!
Wow, okay, Dragon Cry Chie is very strong.
That's the last of them.
That Dragon Cry stacking with first star
Powerful
definitely
enemy.
should be using
That was
that
great.
combo a lot more. Don't know why I haven't really been using it all that much at this point.
I think I'm going to faint.
Don't worry, we're on it. Let's just diorama you.
Look at the wall up ahead. Don't you think it looks kind of
Yeah, it seems like
strange?
the only way in or out of most of these subsections is via the initial door. Any shortcuts you see that go back into it are usually one way. And speaking of one way, I think I know what the game expects of me here.
Let's go.
It's gonna expect me to go through the festival dude's room
Let's
with
go.
with the fire. Yeah, because there's a fire door right there.
Look at the wall up ahead. Don't you think it looks kind of strange?
At least we can open up that passage. And yes, the only way to hit the Suzaku gate without being forced to backtrack through it and thus ruin the pilgrimage is to get fire down here. So yeah, we do have to explore most of this area in order to do that.
Ah! There's an FOE!
Okay, that should get us through. Here's a bit of a problem, though. Can I get into here? I can, but this might not work too well. Because you take one step now, another step. 5, 6. Can I get it there?
Great! Let's keep this up!
Oh, those two are just barely off of level 46. But yeah, the music's still playing. I can light this one. Just barely, I think. I think that was 9 steps. And with that lit, we can... The rest should be pretty simple. Yeah, I should be able to get to the next one, and then from that, the next one after that. So, I guess I can talk about something that a lot of people, I think, in the comments have been going into, but
Here I come!
I do find it really interesting the way this game explores just how different the P3 and the P4 party are. The P4 party are they're much closer from the beginning. They're all school friends from the start, and all of them band together. And even the ones who aren't initially part of the group of friends, they all join the party because the others rescued them. Second time in one expedition? Really? I'm pretty sure they resist that, like I said before, so that's really unlucky.
I'm counting on you, Okin.
Ow! There are 2 enemies left.
Good. Let's keep wearing them down.
Then, listen to our leader, okay?
Okay, either I'm seeing things, or basic Rakam is buffed a lot by Healing Hand. And, first self-destruct we've seen.
I can't be it.
Whoa, that was pretty close.
Good job. Keep it up.
At least the 2 needed leveling up, well, level up out of that.
You should get a new belt color.
Yes, you should, because Mind's Eye is incredibly useful. The problem is that's the last skill she learns.
Your health is low, leader. Be careful.
Okay, I think we're going to be heading back soon anyway. But what I was saying was,
Let's
the
go.
P4 party have much stronger bonds, whereas the P3
There's a
party
treasure box.
are more
What
like
do you wanna do
allies
with
of convenience. They're only really banded together because they were the only Persona users that Mitsuru could really find at the time. And they don't really develop into real companions until quite late into the story. It's interesting seeing the differences between the groups. I guess I can try and show off what that dragon scale does. That's pretty strong. It is a decrease to luck and endurance, but I think I might as well go with that. The enemies are hitting a lot harder at this point.
The fire's gone out.
Okay, yeah, that's that done, but of course, we're not doing this full pilgrimage this visit. And that should be, yeah, I think that's this whole area mapped out. So what I like doing here is, I don't know, I just think this makes the map look kind of cool. I like to mark out each quadrant in the color of its celestial animal. So in this case, there we go, I don't know, I always thought that looked cool. So, let's head back because we desperately need to heal. And next time, well, we found the hint towards it, so we might as well check out the land that the White Tiger is guarding. And yeah, as you can see, they're exactly 25% of the maps. That works out pretty neatly. So, see you next time.